Hey, how's it going? My name is jackiefishhh and welcome back to some more Arena Total War. Today we're going to be playing some of the Carthaginian sword infantry. Carthage is definitely a faction that is being looked at by Creative Assembly to give them their place in Arena. Really, besides elephants, the rest of their units kind of do suck. They're okay in certain areas, but they don't really have the same hitting power as Rome. They're not as fast as barbarians. Their phalanxes aren't as sturdy as Greeks, so it's kind of hard for them to slot into a certain place on the arena scale. They are getting quite a few buffs and changes to their kits to make their infantry and other units a bit more interesting and fun. But before them patches do come in, I thought I would jump in and basically just play their tier 5 sword infantry and test it out for myself. So when the new patch does come out in a couple days, we can then go ahead and almost compare them to see if they did get a lot better. And I know there's a few changes I'll talk about in this video. So first off, we're going to start off as Hannibal on tier 5 Punic Mercenaries. We have pretty much all their upgrades. Yeah, we have all their upgrades besides the helmet itself, but we have the sword upgrade and we also have the shield and armor upgrades, so they're going to be doing pretty decent at their tier. And then we will also then jump over onto Hannibal and then play Hannibal at tier 6 as well. I'll just queue them up so we can immediately jump straight into that. So yeah, we'll then play the Hannibal afterwards. But we'll start off as Hannibal. We have the Whelpstone consumable, which increases our armor penetration for a short time, and then I also have this banner as well. The banner is actually a really interesting consumable because unlike the wine that the Greeks get, I believe that banner goes ahead and rallies basically everyone in range for I think like 20 seconds, and it gives them like 20 morale. So that's a really good ability if you're facing head on against Roman infantry. And what I'm planning on trying to do is bait out Vengeance, and as soon as Vengeance is gone, I'm going to then re-engage, pop my stone to give me extra armor piercing, and then pop the banner, which will then hopefully make me inspired. And you get inspired when you have over 100% morale, and then once I'm inspired, I'll be getting bonuses to my melee and attack and armor piercing, and I'm hoping for that short like 20-30 seconds I'll be able to really just pile the pain onto a Germanicus and really just cut him down. I mean, it's something I haven't tested before, so this could go absolutely tits up and just not work one bit, but I think it'll be fun to at least mess around with it. And I also think that Hannibal does have a great setup when it comes to disengaging. He has that, like, what, 10-second charge? No, it's not even that. It's like a 6-second charge on flying column. So I can kind of almost, you know, bait away his Vengeance, kind of dodge his heavy infantry charge, and then charge out myself. Now, obviously, I still don't think we're going to be, you know, destroying him, but I want to at least test this out to see what it is like, because I think it'll be very, very interesting to at least mess around with and, you know, see what we can get done. So again, we are in a tier 6 game, but this is absolutely fine. I actually really enjoy these types of battles because I feel like the difference between tier 5 and 6 isn't absolutely huge, but it's not like, yeah, it's not like tremendous like 5 and 7, for example. And the matchmaking does seem pretty decent at tier 5, honestly. As you guys probably saw in my last video, I'm recording both of these at the same time. I think the tier 6 gameplay and matchmaking is pretty still like messed up. But the other tiers around it do start to seem like they're getting cleaned up, which is amazing because, you know, that's one of the real big turnoffs, I think, for players, is running in, you know, playing a tier 6 and then getting tier 8s in the game. There's just nothing you can do, but the gap is so big. Playing tier 6s and coming up against tier 7s and 6s is absolutely fine, and obviously you come up against tier 6s and 5s, like in this game as well. So, like, I think as soon as they kind of sort out that matchmaking, the game will be in a really good spot, and then kind of maybe nerf spikes and stuff, and, you know, then I'm definitely coming back to the game a lot more. You guys may know if you've been following my arena videos, this patch, or at least the previous patch, really turned me off from the game itself. And I don't think I really had, you know, played more than like 3 or 4 games in a row for like a good amount of time. But, you know, they've changed a lot. They've gone ahead and added in commander scaling to your units. They've gone ahead and added in, you know, buffs and nerfs to certain units which needed it. And I just think the game is in a much better position. I'm not sure about going over to this bottom hand side. I don't know, we might just go around the long way and try and let our cavalry scout out, because they're going to have a lot of reinforcements over here. I might just hide in the woods. Yeah, what? I guess we're classed as medium infantry, right? Compared to the other factions. I doubt we'll be light infantry. But let's have a look. Let's just jump into the woods really quickly, because I'm actually quite interested in finding out what we are classed as. Because it's not exactly like we're heavy infantry, but I imagine we'll be classed as medium. Yeah, we're classed as medium, which only doesn't really reduce our stats too much, honestly. So a few other changes they're planning on adding into the game. They're actually looking to add in scaling to the shield screen so that you can actually move. So it's kind of like a mobile testudo. So yeah, I think we're going to help to push up here. We do actually have some tier 4s here. I say the matchmaking is good, but they've got some tier 4s on their side. Maybe they are part of a group, maybe. No, they have no group. So I guess that's a little bit unfair, but I do definitely see that less and less. They have tier 4 artillery as well. How interesting. Oh, the archers over here as well. We're not very good at taking on archers, and there seems like there's a lot of players over here. Yeah, I'm getting the hell out of here. Tier 6 archers, we've got tier 5 infantry coming over. Let's just get the hell out of here. So also, with my strategy of taking on Romans, is you can also obviously bribe your own units and also debuff the enemy units as well. So you can really come in and just like hit their units hard. But I think at the moment, we are going to be fleeing for our lives. We are pretty fast, so we do have that. We can kind of outrun a lot of the heavier Roman infantry. And we're just going to give up this flank. There's so many of the enemy there that there's no point us sticking over here. How are we doing elsewhere? Well, we have an AFK player right there. We have a big push over on this side, but they're about to get enveloped by these dudes. They need to be careful there. And yeah, we are in full-on retreat right now. It does look like we're going to try and set up an ambush here, so I guess I will come back. Yeah, oh yeah, this tier 4 is overextended far too heavily. Let's go in here now. Yeah, definitely go in. We don't need to pop any of our abilities, I don't think. But I'm more than happy to take on this guy. Even in phalanx, I think this is going to be a perfect engagement. He's going to try and form up a sturdy phalanx, which, again, is going to be fine. Yeah, and Hannibal does a good job at just taking that on. God, I should have bribed myself first. I'm actually really bad at this game at playing Hannibal. Let's go and bribe our infantry. We'll fight this, and we should be winning this. We do outnumber him as well. Actually, fuck it. I don't want to take many casualties. I'm going to pop my my stone here and just try and fight him down. I'm also going to debuff him as well. I'm going to bribe him, so his stats should be pretty useless right now. We've got fire coming in there. Again, we'll pop a bribe off from this unit. And yeah, we should be cutting him down. Yeah, my units are getting in there. Yeah, we slaughtered him. Wow, yeah, I really didn't want to take many casualties there, so we put the pressure on. And the beautiful thing about Hannibal is what we can now do is because he has such a quick charge, we can just come in here, route these guys really quickly. Oh god, I did not notice that though. We are in between a rock and a hard place. There's more of them coming as well. We want to try and get out of here if we can. This unit is kind of screwed. We'll bribe off there. Yeah, we need to try and open them up a little bit. It's only tier 4s actually. We're going to try and turn around and take this. Yeah, we're going to come in here and try and engage this. We have plenty of allies here as well. We do have my bribe. I have my bribe back, so I'm going to bribe that unit engage just to boost their morale. And I really want to try and engage here so that our allies can come in and we can completely surround this unit right here. Because we're already pretty close. God, I'm so bad. I've been forgetting my strikes as well. I just don't play infantry. As a cavalry player, I don't have to deal with this, so I'm always quite happy with it. We don't have our bribe back or anything, but we're actually doing a good job here. Infantry doing okay. We'll make sure we constantly keep striking. And as you can see, we want to make sure we warp stone as well. So do we have that bribe back? Bribe back in 30 seconds. Let's go ahead and just keep on striking, obviously. We can actually get out of this combat. We're no longer locked in it. And I want to use this bribe on one of my allies as well. Deep Pockets, one of them. We have Deep Pockets back here. And I guess we should be trying to look to outflank here. So let's try and outflank this guy. Our base is being captured, but we must have someone going back. Someone must be taking a look at that. There's still plenty more infantry coming in, so let's try and cut this down. Obviously, keep on striking. You know, and actually, I'm doing okay here. I popped a lot of my good bonuses, but that's fine. We got bribe back as well. I'm actually going to bribe my unit. No, sorry, Deep Pockets my unit. Just turn and engage this, and then you guys can come in here. Or you can also Deep Pockets yourself and then charge in. Perfect. See, we're already starting to get the hang of this. And then I'm going to send a unit back just to make sure. No, we got cavalry there. That's fine. I'm going to much rather have this unit around. We also have the banner as well to help bust us up. The nice thing is that the units I'm fighting don't actually have vengeance, so this is quite nice. I can really just dominate him and bribe him and Deep Pockets myself, which is a really effective way of taking out the enemy. So I'm obviously going to hit this unit as well. Oh, that cavalry charge right there was perfect. That was really, really nice. Let's go ahead and bribe this other unit over here of barbarians. They have iron discipline. That's fine. And let's just move our way over here. Again, we're cutting them down quite effectively. I mean, luckily we managed to pick a lot of good engagements there. And we did come up against two people who were 2 tiers below us, or a tier below us. So nice. Yeah, we're going to win this. Let's go ahead and march on their base now. The battle is very much won. So we'll just march on their base. Oh my god, I keep on forgetting to strike, man. What is wrong with me? I mean, I guess it's not huge, but it's still very important to be popping that ability. So again, we'll continue just to make our way around. These guys can go. And there we have it. The battle is going to be secured. I also love the cosmetic shields we get from the Carthaginian shop. These shields are just awesome, especially on sword infantry. I think they look really, really cool. Obviously, it's mainly meant for like a hoplite shield, but that's still awesome. So nice. Carthaginian swords. Again, I feel like if we were playing Germanicus there, we would have just cut through them with vengeance. But, you know, I guess we're more of a support champion and we offer a lot more support to our units themselves. And especially when Carthage Swords do get a buff next patch, they should be pretty well off, honestly, I think. They're getting a few stats changed. And I think one of the biggest things is Hannibal. Hannibal is going to be getting his forced march, an increase in speed to his forced march. He's going to be getting a bonus to his, I think his W is going to change as well. And then he's also finally going to get his Ad Portus completely revamped. So now it has 2 phases. It has the wind-up phase, and it also has the kind of silence phase where you're silenced and you're just doing a lot of damage. But it's like a minute and a half wind-up time for him to get from stage 1 to 2. So if you ever fought a Germanicus head-on and he popped Vengeance and you popped Ad Portus, like, you're just going to die before your thing even fires into stage 2. So what they've done is they completely removed stage 2 of his Ad Portus, and they've gone ahead and made it so you can pop it outside of combat. It has a similar wind-up time to Germanicus' Vengeance. If you guys don't know, Germanicus' Vengeance takes a little time to wind up to full strength. I think it starts off at like 25 bonuses, and then throughout the next 10 seconds goes up a bit more and more and more until it hits its limit of like 50%, whatever. And that's what kind of Ad Portus is going to do. But the nice thing is, because you can pop it outside of combat, you can kind of trade off a couple seconds of having, the couple extra seconds of having Ad Portus, and kind of trade that in with just kind of having it straight away to be more impactful. Because if you pop it outside of combat, and then you throw yourself into combat, like a couple seconds later, the initial damage is going to be much, much higher, but you obviously won't have it for as long. So I really like what they did with that ability. And I think it's going to be a lot more impactful in the battlefield. Yeah, again, we're getting tier 4s in these games. Honestly, I've been preaching about how these balances, matchmaking's been pretty decent, but yeah, it just fucking sucks to have tier 4s in the game. Not only for our team, but also just for the tier 4s. Like, they don't have their goddamn ultimate ability, so... And this is just such a turn-off for these two players as well. They might be playing this and being like, oh yeah, Arena's really fun, like, this is cool. And then they come up against a tier 6 with full upgrades, and, you know, his full tech tree, like, unlocked at tier 6, and he just gets absolutely ruined. Like, it is the biggest problem, and I think that's one of the reasons the player base doesn't, you know, stick around as high as it could be. Because a lot of these newer players just get absolutely shit on, like, by tier 6s and stuff. I mean, I did that in the last game, right? I had my tier 5 ability, which basically nullified their melee attack, and it's just kind of almost a little bit unfair. So we are playing Hannibal this time, so we're going to have to push up. So yeah, I think now that Hannibal's forced march is going to be a lot faster, he's going to be able to charge down missile units much more effectively. That also does look pretty cool. God, I actually really dig the way that the arena units do look. They do look pretty awesome. So let's charge our way in here. Probably going to come up against some Romans or something. Depending on what the Romans are, we'll either decide to fight it or run away. So yeah, the shield screen should be much better. I don't know why this guy isn't moving as well. Pikeman, can't really do much against that. Leonidas pikes as well. Basically, looks like we're just going to have to run away. Like, we're just going to go center or something, because this is, like, there's no point in us being here. We have no range way of missiles. Tier 6 Falcon are nice, but again, just nothing we can really do here. They've also got artillery. What do we do here? I guess we're just going to run back center. Yeah, this left side would have been perfect for me to be here. Oh, this left side would have been Christmas. But that's what you get sometimes, you know. Sometimes you're just not in the right position, and that's a big part of the game, right? is where you are positioned on the map. You know, ensuring that you are in the right place at the right time is like a big part of this game. It really, really is. Yeah, I don't know what this guy's doing. Like, I really don't understand it. He's basically just sitting here getting shot by artillery and archers. And I bet you in a second, he's going to get really sad because he's getting shot. And he's just like, fuck it, I'm just going to charge forward and finish off my units. Like, as soon as he saw the artillery, he should have ran away. But holy crap, what just happened there? Oh, the slingers. Oh, perfect. The slingers are in a perfect position right here. Oh, that is a really nice move there by the tier 5s. Getting around the flank and hammering him. That's actually really, really nice by them. Again, I'm not going to fight this. I'm just going to go back to base and kind of wait for him to push in more. Because not only do they have the artillery, they also have a lot more as well. The archers also are going to be bad news for me. So I'm just going to sit back and, yeah, just let... Oh, actually, these guys are taking a pounding from artillery, light artillery, and all of the types. Like, this infantry push is getting smashed. I'm going to try and make my way around and try and get stuck in now. Not that we really need to, because this archer quadrant is just going ham right now. We are losing over on this left-hand side, though, so I might try and make my way up here. Yeah, I don't think we need help in the center, so I'm going to run around. And it's going to be really nice when Hannibal's forced march does get increased speed, because it will just allow me to traverse the map a lot quicker. A lot quicker. They have artillery hits coming in, though, a little bit painful. God damn. These light artillery is so strong. Okay, we need to be careful with this, right? It's on. Oh, fuck it. I'm going to have to... let's just leave our general back here. Because what's going to happen is they're going to get charged, rear charged. I'm just going to leave my unit here to protect them. It's for the greater good of the team. And we should be able to help out here. He haven't popped Vengeance at all, so we should be able to help here quite nicely. Oh no, nice. He's got spikes there. We're Gucci. We'll come back. So let's get our force march. Let's stretch out our formation. And try and help out here and just try and get ourselves in. If we can get this unit in, that would be perfect. Let's just charge. Oh, fuck. We're not playing Hannibal anymore. For some reason, I thought we were playing Hannibal. Okay, that's fine, though. Let's pop our determination. We can kill these guys quite nicely. We've got my other unit coming up as well. Our base should be fine. Yeah, our base is fine. Obviously, don't want to overcommit or anything so that we get killed. Let's just do that, and then let's come in here and fight these guys. Because I don't want to fight this Germanicus player, if I can. It's fine. He's pretty depleted. I'm going to do that, and I have this unit coming up here. He just heavy infantry charged into himself. Now's the perfect time to get involved here. Pop our determination, and we'll just charge him there and start fighting him. We'll make sure we go around the flank here. We're going to go ahead and pop our at Portus, which really isn't that great, but we'll pop it nonetheless. And then we also have this unit here if we need to throw it in. Perfect. So the at Portus should go off. At the moment, yeah, it just has such a huge bonus. I mean, the weapon damage is nice, but it just takes way too long to wind up. And as you can see, we kind of are getting smashed. We'll pop our weapon as well. And I guess we'll pop our banner as well just to inspire us. Because this inspire should stick us off. So yeah, we are currently in a moral high, so we get a nice little bonus to our stats. And we'll come down here and try and stop this guy from doing anything. Make sure we pop our determination as well wherever we have it. I don't think I really need to put my at Portus there. We'll just chase these guys down who are going for our base. Again, not really a high-scoring game for us. I mean, we played much more of a supporting role this time. But, I mean, look how many casualties we took to his Vengeance right there. That's disgusting. I mean, obviously I should have disengaged there, but this person was already here, so... Yeah, I think the at Portus will be a much better bonus for it. But I really like Hannibal Swords, honestly. Like, I really like Hannibal Swords. Miltiades player as well is being too fast for me. Yeah, we did like nothing this game. I'm going to send back my infantry as well, just to secure this part. I don't want to lose it or anything. Yeah, I really do dig Hannibal Swords. I'm going to play more of it and just see how much I like it. Because that ability to get around with your speed bonus and then having everything else is just really nice. Where is this guy going? Okay, we'll just cut him down really quickly. Let's fight him. There we go. Get off that. I mean, units themselves do look pretty cool. Okay, let's just pop our bonuses. We'll pop our stone as well. We have infantry coming back just in case it ever came to it. But, you know, we should be more than capable of taking these guys out, especially when my dudes get up and we're kind of in their phalanx. This is like one of the bad things about charging into enemy formations, is now I have dudes all around here just stabbing away and just doing a ton of damage. You know, we have guys in the back of a phalanx, and that's never what you really want to have happen. The rest of our formation coming in as well. So, we didn't really do much that game. But I think we showed like the weakness of these guys. They just can't really handle Germanicus and Vengeance at Portus. I mean, I'm not saying at Portus should be like something to kill at Portus, but it'd be nice if I could go, you know, it'd be both dangerous for him and me for at least a short period of time. Germanicus is more of that long sustaining infantry. I would like for the Carthaginian swords with at Portus just to kind of do a lot more impactful damage for a short period of time, and then Germanicus would obviously win the long run. I think that'd be kind of nice, because then you could pop at Portus, do your damage, and then get the hell out of there. Also, I absolutely love this experience. Just 2 games, and we've got 6k experience on these bad boys, not to include the extra commander experience, which was 2k, you know, in what, like, you know, in what, another 3 times what we just did, so what, another 8 games, we'll have Iberian Rebels tier 6s, you know, it's so good. Imagine these guys as well look sick, yeah, it just looks so cool. So I'm going to continue to level up Carthaginian swords, I think, because they seem quite fun. I think I'm going to mainly do them on Hannibal though, because Hannibal does seem like a really, like, these 2 abilities I think are just so strong. And they just help you win them combats for a set amount of time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If there are any Carthaginian lovers out there, do make sure to drop a like and a comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.